EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Just about set for football. Blake Groupie is ready to get us started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 of the 22-yard line. Prescott looks to throw right away. And it's intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked off by the linebacker, Jamario Davis. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now Rattler escaping the pressure right. And it's a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Tell me I didn't just see these first two possessions. I mean, is this one of those cases of anything you can do, I can do
better?
Maybe not better, huh?
Worse?
Yeah, just a little bit. Very sloppy start. I think maybe a case of the nerves for both teams.
And now we're back to an even playing field. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked, but fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
Well, that tells you about team football, doesn't it? Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football? Okay, he threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut them down. Let's not turn it into points. They did exactly that. Now he gets a fresh start, a clean slate.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They run here with Dowdle, and he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They run again with Dowdle, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Room past the 35. And finally down at the 41-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down.
When I see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset, this is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on 3rd down.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing, Prescott. Flush to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. On the run, it's Dowdle. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. A running play. It's Dowdle. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 39. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. We're scoreless after 1. Vaughn on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Looking to throw. Prescott. Dancing to his left. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. And what's that?
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd down and 6 now. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Dowdle. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Get in the right one. 56 to Mike. 56 to Mike.
There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Rico Dowdle. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. No big surprise. Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss. Rattler working out of the gun. On the check down, he finds Kamara. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here's 3rd and 10. To the air is Rattler. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
They'll go. Here's Rattler. Flushed out right. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right, the social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And this will be caught. So the try for 2, good. And it pushes them out to a 15-0 lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. Rattler looks to throw on 2nd down. Finding Taysom Hill complete. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run it again with Kamara. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This 2nd and 4. 10 seconds. Throwing is Rattler. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Oh, that was never on target. It's no good. Wide to the right. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
During the week, the special teams coach puts together a game plan that he presents to the head coach. And in every game plan, there's one big play that he points to the head coach and says, listen, when we need it, we can go to it. I think they did exactly that on that one.
A man who started collegiately in state at TCU, it's Kendre Miller. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A first down carry now for Miller. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And a short gain down to about the 33. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 3rd down, Miller. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. He's got his target. That's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now it's the veteran Jamal Williams. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage. And
he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Groupie able to add the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. hands it off out of the gun. And some space here. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Play action now. Prescott. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
56, Mike, 56. Let's go.
Here's Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the fourth quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
And they'll try to save the timeouts to use on defense if need be as he runs up and spikes it. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. The Cowboys on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Chase Young with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
So a big one coming here for Brandon Aubrey. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Prescott on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. This is 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes 2nd down. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Well, this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Again, it's Miller. Fighting his way through contact. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go. The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
They'll try and run it in. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game. This one all we could have asked for. All tied. Final minute as the kick's away here. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Prescott. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
A little less than 40 seconds remaining. Here comes 2nd and 10. To throw, Prescott. Being chased out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. A big play looming on 3rd down. Here's Dak. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
They begin with a run by Miller. And he'll have a 1st down here up past the 30, but he's brought down in bounds. 2nd and 10. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
That'll be caught by Hill. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing the colleges deliver to the NFL. Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This from long, very long range. Does he have the distance? He does. It's good. My goodness, he hits it from the parking lot as time expires. And Bourbon Street, it'll be alive tonight. The Saints have won it. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Big D. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Well, as they say, if you drew it up, you couldn't have drawn it a whole lot better. That's exactly how you want to start the game. Excellent momentum off the opening kickoff.
And Shaheed going to go in motion. Throwing on 1st and 10, Rattler. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Oh, nice move at midfield. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll throw. Here's Rattler. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing out right here, caught by LLe-ge-nd. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. That's a great example right there to remind everyone of what a weapon he can be as a mobile quarterback, Charles. Nice play to escape the pocket and get his offense into the red zone with a first down.
The defensive coach is losing their mind on that play because they knew about his mobility coming in, and they preached all week long. If he gets outside the pocket, find receivers in your area and cover them. Otherwise, plays like that will continue to result.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin-Kamara. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. Kamara will score. Touchdown, New Orleans. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Late groupie now for the extra point. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Minshew, 1st and 10. He'll dump this one off here to White. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 5. Minshew sets to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
They'll run again. This time it's Abdullah. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. They'll go play action here with Minshew. That's caught by Tucker. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Now Minshew. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That is caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. They'll go up the middle with White. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Minshew throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw it, Minshew. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A good pickup there of 22.
A very important third down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
White fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, this is White. And this time he's going to lose yardage as they push him back to the 4-yard line. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Minshew. Touchdown! Zamir White from 4 yards out. And the Raiders are an extra point away from drawing level. CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Second down, and it's Kamara again.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On second down, Kamara. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
42 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jamal Williams, as the first half is winding down.
And the Saints have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. The point after, good by Groupie.
And that makes the score 14-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play.
And that's going to be incomplete.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports.
Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down. They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Vegas. And even 50 yards.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll go Madison up the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here's Madison getting it again on 2nd. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll set up to throw.
Pass complete right side to Bowers.
No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They're going to look to throw.
Throw caught by Mayer.
Touchdown Raiders.
Michael Mayer
From 6 yards away.
And the Raiders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this 2nd half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, it's Kamara. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They keep it with Miller on 1st down.
A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Rattler. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on third down and move it closer. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So they pass on the chance to kick the go-ahead field goal, and that may be one they're going to regret big time.
And I think the head coach is going to have some splaining to do, right? Because in this situation, you kick the field goal to give yourself that chance at victory. By going for it, maybe you're saying you don't trust your field goal kicker, or maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe the kicker's hurt. So there'll be a lot of questions in the post-game press conference.
Makes the rest of this fourth quarter and the rest of this game very interesting. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. They'll run here. Abdullah. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's first and 10 now. Going to run with Madison again. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On second down, this is Madison. And he'll be taken down at the 34. The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is third down. Now Minshew. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
And I know they would have loved to have had a touchdown there to give them some cushion. But now, kick the field goal. Get the lead. Let your defense bring you home. Show some faith in those guys on the other side of the ball.
The kick by Carlson is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
This fielded right at the goal line and makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's first down. They begin on the ground with Kamara. They juked him. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And they'll come up now. This is second and long. He's going to let it fly. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. Well, going to be tough to get 2 plays out of this. This could very well be it. A 10th carry for Kamara. And able to work his way down to the 16. Now there's the timeout, signaled for with 2 seconds to go. And the field goal unit likely trying to send this one to overtime.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
So here we go, a big spot now for Blake Groupie. With 2 seconds left in regulation, this to force overtime. And his kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
So the Raiders are going to get the football first here in the overtime session as we are back underway. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it.
He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
And how about that? So many times the big play is what does it in overtime. They got one there, move the ball past midfield, and now you know they're on the move, looking to score the game-winning touchdown because a field goal won't finish the game.
Here's Madison running on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete.
One thing you have to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't. But he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Now they'll audible to something else. This goes out wide from Madison. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
I'm not sure that that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
A first down run not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Now back to throw. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
But, Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today, that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.